Alright, and we are live with another WWE pay-per-view review. This time it's SummerSlam on this August 17th, 2014. I'm your host, Tony, with your co-host, Dave. As always, how are you tonight, Dave?
Great.
Alright, we have the Q&A box open, so if anybody is watching our video tonight and has any questions or any comments and would like us to see them, hint, hint, please put them in the QA box and we will get to them accordingly. Let's just jump right into this pay-per-view. It was a pretty stacked pay-per-view from the get-go. And first match of the night was the warm-up match, the preview match.
Okay, go ahead.
Which was RVD versus Cesaro. I actually kind of missed this match because I was actually heading to the person's house that I was watching it at. But I heard it was a really good match.
It was a really good match.
And RVD picks up the match. Your thoughts on this match?
It was good. I mean, it was really good. I mean, some great spots. Unfortunately, RVD picked up the win, but it was a good match. Great way to start off SummerSlam.
Yes, and also for all you guys worrying about Cesaro, Jim Ross tweeted out a pretty good point saying Cesaro would not have been on the WWE 2K panel if they didn't see him as a bright star or a bright future for him. So that's a good point. Even though he could be there just for the video game overseas, but I think WWE sees more than him than that. So.
And that was some entertaining stuff. I mean, if you guys haven't seen that, go back and watch it. Just for Cesaro and Sheamus's back and forth is hilarious.
Yeah, so if you have the time, go check that out. I think it's probably on the YouTube or somewhere on that. But yeah, we've got a good solid match to start on the pre-show, which led to our first match of the night, which was a title match.
Wait. Hogan made a surprise appearance.
Right. Hogan did make an appearance to start the show off, basically advertising the network once again.
Yeah. Was that advertising to be there or no?
I think this was pretty much pissing on the people who went out and bought the pay-per-view for $60 instead of, subscribing to the network for $9.99. I think that was just rubbing it in their face that, you could have got it for $9.99 instead of paying $60.
I honestly don't understand. Unless people really do think that you got to pay $60 after you get the network, which you don't.
I don't understand why people is. I mean, the only logical thing that I would do. I mean, if you don't want to buy the network, which, say you don't think you'd have the time to watch all these. The content that the network gives you, then I would just get it monthly, to where you only pay $20 a month, and you get the paper. They changed that.
Yeah, it's like $11.99 now for that, so about $12 a month for just the once a month now.
Okay, well then that's what I would do. Say you're not interested in Night of Champions, which I don't think a lot of people will be, since every title's on the line. And you don't get it. You don't get it next month, and you wait till there's a pay-per-view that you're interested in, and then you subscribe to it for a month. I mean, that makes the most sense. Instead of paying.
If you don't watch none of the stuff on there, I mean, even if you don't watch current WWE, like I said in another video I made before, get it for the pay. If you want to watch the pay-per-views, that's it. Just watch those. I mean, those tonight. I mean, man. Awesome pay-per-view. I mean, anyone who paid $60, I felt sorry for you for that.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to promote the network because they already do enough job that it is. But I'm just saying, if you're a WWE fan and you find yourself buying these pay-per-views or going somewhere to watch them, I'm sure it's not free going to somewhere or Buffalo Wild Wings or wherever have you to watch the pay-per-view because you got to buy food or you got to buy this or buy that. And sometimes people have cover charges to go and watch it. It's a cheaper route to go. But let's just jump right into the SummerSlam pay-per-view itself, which was the first match of the night, which was the IC title match which was Dolph Ziggler taking on The Miz, and this match was actually a really good match. Set the bar high for the pay-per-view tonight, I thought.
Yeah,
What about you, Dave?
consider that high. It was a good match.
Really? You don't think they?
I mean,
I thought that was the best match he's had in quite some time.
But I'm talking about as the night went on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying it didn't set the bar over. I mean, to me, even the following match, I even thought was better than that.
Yeah, I mean, well, everybody's gonna have their own opinion on what match was better than what. I thought Dolph Ziggler and The Miz came out there, brought it all.
SummerSlam.
I don't think they set the bar high. Maybe the wrong wording, but they set the bar for the night that you knew that every guy that's coming out there is going to be bringing it.
Yeah, like, okay, big match, big match, big match. I mean, we didn't know this was how it was going to be. Honestly, I did expect some filler spots tonight, but we never got any.
Yeah,
that could have hurt him tonight, too, but...
I liked how tonight didn't seem like a Raw that was on a Sunday. It seemed like a pay-per-view event where there was no, backstage segments. There was no
in-ring stuff with the Authority.
Yeah, no corny gimmicks. No, filler matches that were just announced. Oh, here's a match that we're gonna have on right now. That was just announced. And none of that. It was what you saw on the card is what you got. And that's what I liked.
You know what? After tonight, I forgive WE for Battleground. I mean, I forgive them after tonight. I mean, wow.
Yeah, so we were both wrong on our predictions. We both said that The Miz would retain, but you also said that you wouldn't be surprised if Ziggler won.
Because what would you do with him? I mean, honestly, where would he go? Back to Superstars and doing nothing again? So you need to do something.
Yes, and Dolph Ziggler ends up putting the zigzag on. It's just zigzag, right? Yeah, the zigzag on The Miz after he reverses. He reverses the leg kick that Miz was trying to deliver onto him, and he picks up the win.
Call it a reverse RKO.
Yes, it's something that nobody else can really. I mean, it's hard to explain, but it's a decent finisher. You can hit it out of nowhere.
It's a neck breaker.
Yeah, and Ziggler picks up the win. So it looks like Ziggler and The Miz, the feud will continue. It would be a shame if tomorrow night they face each other in a rematch and The Miz wins. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. That happens quite a bit. But I think we will see this feud continue and hopefully see a rematch at Night of Champions, because these two to me have
the end of September, right? The week of the end of TNA.
Yeah, so I mean, to me, these two guys have pretty good chemistry in the ring, Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. They put on
a spot, the opening show. I mean, they didn't have to follow nobody. They set the tone. I guess that's a great way to put it. They set the tone of the night.
Yeah, they knew they set the tone to where you knew every guy that was coming into that ring was going to bring it tonight. And I enjoyed every single moment of that match, and I can't believe I said that because it's involving The Miz. But yeah, the Dolph Ziggler wins the match. He picks up the victory, and he is your new Intercontinental Champion. Next, we get our second match of the night, which was another title match. A back-to-back title matches. And it was the Divas match between AJ Lee and Paige. And Dave was the correct guest winner today on this match. And Paige ends up picking up the win. And a pretty damn good match for a Divas match.
I mean, compared to the Battleground match, which was really bad, they had a bad Battleground match. I mean, let's be honest. Paige botched a bunch of moves in that match. Tonight, she was, on point like I've never seen her before. I mean, this match was awesome. I mean, for a Divas match.
Match was good. We had a high-risk maneuver with AJ Lee jumping off the rope, clotheslining Paige from the outside. I like that. I mean, Paige has really brought her A game ever since she lost the title and they gave her up this
You
new
know what
little.
it reminded me of? When AJ got her in her the Widow's Peak or whatever they want to call it. I think that's what it's called. Or Black Widow, or what, I can't remember what her finisher's called, but when Paige basically broke out of it, it kind of reminded me of like a Brock Lesnar type thing, and then just basically finished her. And
Yes.
that DDT was pretty thick.
Yes. I forgot what they call it. What was it? Rampage? No, was it Rampage?
That would be a cool name. I don't know.
I forgot
that
what
was
they
a
called
cool
it.
finisher.
But it was
I
her
mean-
finisher in NXT. I know she did it in NXT. I just cannot remember what her finisher is called. But she did it on AJ. Picks up the win. She's in your new champion. And of course, the rumors are going rampant now that AJ Lee is supposedly maybe leaving the WWE now because she wants to start a family with CM Punk. If she wants to do her own thing, she can do her own thing.
But you know what? I don't know if you read the tweet I sent you, but when I heard about this, if it's true, I have no problem with her leaving like this because she's not walking out like somebody, and she's doing it the right way. She's finishing her obligations with her contract. If that is the case that she's leaving in the next tonight, what is her last contract night or whatever? I don't know. But I like that because she's doing it the right way. She's not just walking out.
Well, I'm not sure if her contract is up, so
Well, even if it's not,
they're saying that she may want to cut ties with the WWE. They said that she may just want to cut ties and just start a family straight up. And if she wants to do that, more power to her. She gave WWE a pretty good run, I thought. She brought up the Divas game, I think, or the division, if you want to say, and she's leaving it in good hands with Paige, in my opinion. But yeah, it was
yeah, it sucks. I hate to see her leave though, because her and Paige have such great chemistry together.
Yeah, they do have some pretty good chemistry, and then you would expect to maybe see them in a rematch at Night of Champions, but I guess we'll see what happens here on out with AJ Lee and the so-called rumors of her possibly leaving.
Yeah, because she hasn't been around that long, and to have her just only been really big for a couple of years, and it's like just to have her leave like that. I mean, man, that would really suck to me as a, it's like, man, as a fan, it's like, man, she's only been huge for like a couple of years now.
Yeah, this time 2 years ago, she was the manager of Raw. So I mean, it all depends on
Daniel Bryan, and then she became the GM, and then this whole craziness thing built up to who she is right now.
Yeah. So I guess it just depends on what they do. But let's move on to the next match of the night, which was Rusev versus Jack Swagger in a so-called flag match, which wasn't your typical.
I was confused and thrown off completely. I'm like, okay, they're gonna hang up the flags. When are they gonna do that? And then they never explained the rules at all. They never said, okay, this is the rules of this flag match. Nothing.
It wasn't your typical match, flag match where they hang them on a pole. It was just, if you win, you get to swing your flag around and get the national anthem played afterwards. So it was something different. WWE's changed the rules up a bit. And Rusev picks up a win over Jack Swagger, and a really good match, I thought.
Yes.
Rusev sold the ankle injury. Thought he sold the injury pretty well. Swagger ends up passing out in the backbreaker submission hold, the Rusev Crush, if you want to call it. And he still makes Swagger look strong. I mean, even though he loses, he did it. He passed out. So
yeah, but he passed out. He didn't tap out. So yeah.
Yeah, so he never submits. So
That match was the only time I have ever seen JBL do a great job on selling you in a match. I mean, JBL was really selling the hell out of this match. I mean, I'll give him credit. I mean, he was selling the hell out of this match. He's like, I'm rooting for Jack Swagger. don't tap out. I mean, he was like, man, he really sold us on the match, really, and you don't see that from these announcers today.
The other announcers usually just banter and talk about the damn network, but it was a good match. Rusev gets the win. Lana has Rusev attack Coulter. Well, he kicks him while Coulter was leaning over checking on Swagger. So, I mean, I don't think this feud is over yet, but, I mean, Rusev looked good.
Yeah.
I hope it's not over because I'm enjoying this.
I think Rusev, I think, is the total package. You know, you have Lana as his mouthpiece, and he can perform pretty good in the ring. So, I mean, he's what you want right now as in a wrestler. So, I mean, it's just see where they like to take him in the next couple of months. So,
I think since he won, shouldn't they have him go after the U.S. title now?
I mean, if he wants to play up to that gimmick, yeah, it would make more sense.
I mean, he's just making it like where he is, and if he wins the U.S. title, it would be so perfect if he took the U.S. title and changed it into the European title.
Or the Russian title or something.
I think you just start to call him like the Russian world champion, or like they can make the U.S. title mean so much more if he's your U.S. champion.
Yep. But it all depends on what they want to do, and hopefully they push this guy pretty good because I think he'd put on some pretty good matches with some of the good wrestlers in WWE. But let's get to the match.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's get to the next match that was probably the match that I didn't expect was going to be so damn good, which was a lumberjack match between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Woo! This match was a firestorm, man. This match was awesome.
I was surprised on how they did this, and they did it great, too. I mean, you had them just destroying the Lumberjacks. One of my favorite parts of the match is when they just went in the crowd, just beat the crap out of each other, and then they carry Rollins back in. And then Ambrose jumps off the freaking top of the turnbuckle and lands on everybody. I mean, man, this match is awesome.
Yeah, it's a really good match. Rollins ends up picking up the win because he hits Ambrose with the briefcase while he was distracted. That bugged you?
It shocked me. I figured this would be a perfect spot to have Ambrose go over and beat him.
Yeah, I thought Ambrose was going to win too, but I guess they want him to keep chasing Rollins maybe. And if he wins, maybe the feud's over. I guess they have really nothing to fight over. But Rollins ends up picking up the win, and I thought this was really good. A really good match. They really played up the gimmick really good. This is the best lumberjack match I've ever seen. I think a lot of people said that and agreed with that. But Rollins and Ambrose once again steal the show. Another great performance between them two.
I don't know if they stole the show, because this was a pretty damn good show.
Well, in a match that is a gimmick match of a lumberjack match where you don't expect it to be so good, I thought they played it very well.
Yeah, it was a great match. I can't argue to it. Most of these matches, all the matches, I think, were really good on this card. I mean, that's why I don't know. It's hard to say who stole. I think later on, really, the guy at the end stole the show, honestly.
Oh, for sure, but I mean, I'm not gonna shoot here and say every match was great or good. I mean, there was, I would say, two matches.
A bad match really on the pay-per-view.
There was two matches that were decent on the card. That were like, I thought they would be better, but we'll get into it a little bit later when we get to those matches. But yeah, all in all, Ambrose, Rollins, definitely to me the second best match of the night. They definitely did very well They played up that lumberjack match really, really good to me, especially with them getting the lumberjacks involved.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Maybe that could have been very well been the best match of the night, just because of how much it wasn't of a one-sided affair. It was back and forth and just so much fun to watch. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, and you didn't know who was gonna win. It was like, oh man, is Ambrose gonna win? Oh man, is Rollins gonna win? And then he ends up picking up the win over over Ambrose with the briefcase shot. So I would assume this feud's not over yet. I mean, it could be, but I highly doubt it. I mean, in my eyes, I don't want this feud to end anytime soon. So we both know Ambrose is going to be filming a movie sometime in the near future, so he will have to be leaving sometime soon to film. So I guess we'll.
Well, they could easily work around his schedule, where he's not doing this. It's a WE film, so it's going to be like, okay, come Monday and Tuesday you're not doing this, so you're doing this, you know.
Yeah. But
so we'll see.
Yeah, that's all we can do. Next match of the night, which I thought was the okay match of the night, was Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho.
I forgot about that.
I kind of hope this match or this feud is kind of over with because these guys in the ring really don't have too much chemistry. Jericho really can't do much with Bray Wyatt. Ring wise, like he can't really pick him up. It just seems like he struggles with Bray Wyatt in the ring. And I mean, Bray Wyatt does the best he can with Jericho. Bray Wyatt isn't the greatest wrestler in the world, but just this match wasn't the best. Bray Wyatt ends up picking up the win.
I'm kind of enjoying the match a little bit, though. I mean, Bray Wyatt going off and that one little line towards the end where he's like, "I'm already dead." I mean, I was like, dang, I'm already dead. You can't hurt me. I'm already dead.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. But I enjoyed that. I mean, and then, yeah, I mean, it was kind of obvious Bray was going to win. And then Bray did kind of mess up a little bit when he, I assume the spot was supposed to be Bray Wyatt gets his foot on the rope, but he missed it. The referee said, rope, and it never happened, but okay.
Try to fit his small little legs over to the rope, so that didn't work out too well.
Yeah, it didn't work. But yeah, it was bad, but it was great. It was in the middle. Kind of in the middle match. It wasn't needed really on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was a decent match. But who knows what happens next between these two. But hopefully Bray Wyatt gets another push sometime soon. Next, we had the match everybody was looking forward to, which was Brie Bella versus Stephanie McMahon.
No, wait, are you? Did this happen already? Yeah, it did. Okay, you're right. I got confused.
This match between Stephanie McMahon, man, she was good tonight. She didn't sell very well. But she did some moves I didn't think she had in her.
Well, you know, they had to be working together on the side and before shows and stuff.
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, because the way she sold those arm drags, it just seems like she was kind of taking someone, Brie, and just showing them arm drags. And basically, it seemed like kind of like what you see when you're working and training, you know? And when she did those first couple arm drags, it seemed like, okay, those were worked on really well, because she did that really well, and that's how they did it. It was really kind of slow too, but I mean, Brie and Stephanie put on a pretty darn good match. And I mean, you've been calling this for months and months. I'll let you go ahead and finish up either your drink or finish the call.
I knew that Stephanie McMahon was going to win, but I didn't think. I mean, I knew that a heel turn was going to happen, but I didn't think it was going to end like that, where Nikki Bella ends up getting in the ring. Well, let me just wrap it into a whole. Triple H ends up coming out to the ring, pulls the referee out from under the ropes. Brie Bella ends up doing some kind of dive kick outside of the ring to Triple H. Then Nikki Bella looks like she's in shock or whatever have you. Gets in the ring on the other side to block Stephanie McMahon to getting out of the ring. Brie Bella comes out from the other way. Stephanie McMahon backs up to Brie Bella. They both look at each other, smile. Nikki Bella pulls Stephanie McMahon out from the middle, and she clobbers Brie. yeah, Nikki Bella turns on Brie, which ended up making Stephanie McMahon put the pedigree onto Brie Bella and picking up the victory. I'm not
That's
looking
gonna make
for
for an interesting Twitter account.
yeah, but I'm not looking forward to a feud between these two. That's for sure.
I'm
I
kind of interested to see what happens from this. Are we gonna get a match?
I'm looking forward to seeing what, because she supposedly
You know
wrote on
what I find even hilarious about Nikki turning heel?
What's that?
She's with John Cena, and John Cena hasn't turned heel, but Nikki Bella does. That is hilarious.
Yeah, and my thing is, Nikki Bella is going to have some kind of explanation tomorrow night on Raw of why she did what she did. So,
And then you're gonna think she's like, oh, this is why she did it, and then she's gonna become full on heel. I think.
yeah, I just hope that the storyline makes sense. That's all.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but a Brie Bella and Nikki Bella match, man, Brie will have to carry that match herself because Brie is a way better wrestler than Nikki Bella is.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, Brie will own her, and I'm sorry, it's like, you know, it's like watching matches like that is like, okay, we're gonna see another. She's gonna have to carry her sister and make her look good in the ring.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not looking really forward to this match or this feud is because we both know that.
Nikki versus Stephanie, it would have been a horrible match.
Oh, definitely. Nikki Bella is not the greatest wrestler in the world. We both know that, and that's why I'm not really looking.
To me, Brie
I'm
makes.
not looking forward to this feud. I don't want to.
I agree.
I wish it happened another way, but
Yeah.
like maybe she cost Brie the match on accident or something. But
You know what I was hoping was gonna happen? When I
just
seen
didn't
that.
really care for it. But it was a good match. Stephanie McMahon really held her own. She's possibly better than 90% of the divas that are in the WWE, and that's sad.
Yeah. Honestly, what I thought
But
we were gonna see
all in
tonight-
all, it was a pretty good match. Are you there, Dave?
Can you hear me?
I think we lost Dave again. But to
you hear
go
me?
along with that, we had which I thought this match was going to be the co-main event. Ended up not being the co-main event. It ended up being Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns in the co-main event of the night. And
Hello?
this match, how can I put this? Started off slow, really slow, and ended up being it ended up picking up near the end of the match. Are you there, Dave? Did we lose you,
Hear me?
Dave?
Can you hear me?
I think Dave may have gotten a bad place in his house and just lost connection or something.
Hello?
It wasn't the best match these two guys could have had. You know, I was really looking forward to this match. Like I said earlier on our prediction show, that this is Roman Reigns' true test to prove that he can be a singles wrestler. He did all right. It was more Orton beating him up, and then he comes back at the end of the match, kind of like a John Cena match, actually, to where he takes the beating all through the night, and then he comes back and wins at the end of the night. Orton put on a nice little body slam. I thought the RKO when Reigns tried to do the Superman punch, he RKO. I thought that was a nice little spot. But the match could have been better, in my opinion. Dave, I'm going to eject you and then send you another invite. Hopefully that'll make you where I can hear you. I can't hear Dave. So if he's talking, I cannot hear Dave. I'm going to eject him and send him a new invite, so hopefully that'll work. Okay, I'm going to send him another invite. Oh, gosh. I didn't mean to do that. Sending him another one. Hopefully this will work. But Roman Reigns, Randy Orton could have been a lot better. I heard they had a house show the night before that was really good. So when I heard that on Twitter, I was kind of looking forward to this match, and it just seemed really slow paced at the beginning. It was more Randy Orton beating up Roman Reigns. I mean, they went outside the ring. He took a couple of shots outside, and I think he put him little suplex or something onto the table and threw him to the steel steps. Did a superplex on Roman Reigns off the ropes, which that was really nice. But yeah, Roman Reigns ends up picking up the win after he takes an RKO. He kicks out. Randy Orton's going to do the punt to where Randy Orton misses the punt. Randy Orton comes back to try to hit him with a clothesline, I believe. He misses him, and then Roman Reigns catches him with a spear, and Roman Reigns picks up the win. You know, there was so much talk about Roman Reigns coming out with new ring gear. I mean, it was different. It just had blue outlining on it. It wasn't very much different. So, other than that, I mean, it was your typical regular match. I thought I would see better between the two, but it was just the same old, same old. Better than a match they have better chemistry than tonight than I've seen them have, period. And I hope Roman Reigns doesn't get punished for this, because it seemed like the crowd is just not into Roman Reigns. He's kind of like a John Cena, to where the kids like him more, and the adults or whatever have you seem to not really care for him very much. I think he was getting booed at one point, and Randy Orton was getting cheered. So I don't know what they're going to do with Roman Reigns. I have my little opinions on what may happen with him, but I guess we just got to wait and see and find out. But Randy Orton and Roman Reigns put on a decent match tonight. Could have been better in my opinion, but all in all, it is what it is. Let's get to the main event of the night, this main event, guys. This main event was like a squash match, but I loved every single damn minute of it. Lesnar destroyed, just like I put in the title. I can't deny what happened on SummerSlam tonight. Brock Lesnar destroyed John Cena. And maybe a 15 to 20 minute match, I think Lesnar beat the shit out of John Cena for about 17 minutes, literally. 16 German suplexes, punches galore to the face, elbows, whatever have you. I mean, he F5'd fucking Cena in the first 5 minutes of the match. Of course, John Cena kicked out. John Cena had little bit of offense. He did his finisher, he did the STF, he did the FU, whatever you want to call it. He caught him with a couple of stiff elbow shots to the face, but that was about it. I already know about the rumor, Texas Kid, I've already talked about here on the video. I already told you guys that I already have Lesnar holding the title till WrestleMania, and it looks like he's going to. That man looks unstoppable. He beat the shit out of John Cena tonight. Ends up beating John Cena 1, 2, 3, and an easy effort from Lesnar. It was like nothing. I think at one point Lesnar lifted up like the Undertaker and laughed at John Cena. So I love that part right there. I'm not sure what's up with Dave. Hopefully he can come back before this video ends. But I mean, kudos to John Cena for taking that beating. My lord, man, he took one of the worst beatings I've seen a guy taken in quite some time. And I don't see anybody else being able to take that kind of a beating other than John Cena. Straight up. He goes out there and, gives it his all. And I'm not trying to kiss John Cena's ass, because that's the last thing I want to do. But my lord, man, that guy took 16 German suplexes, kicked out of all of them. He didn't kick out of all of them, but at one point, I think Brock Lesnar did 5 of them in a row. I mean, Lord Almighty, Lesnar just looks unstoppable. That's the way he should look. In my opinion, Lesnar should never lose a singles match where there's no gimmick involved, as in, i.e., hardcore match, i.e., steel cage match, Hell in a Cell, ladder match, something like that. That match you can understand if Lesnar loses, he can get hit with something and lose. But when it's one-on-one, no gimmicks involved, he should never lose. He should look that unstoppable unless someone catches him slipping. Then you can maybe catch, like, Roman Reigns or Randy Orton, who can catch him with the move out of nowhere, like, Brock super kick or something like that. That's the type of guy that should beat Brock Lesnar. I mean, sure, you can say a lot of people can hit their finishers out of nowhere, catch them slipping, sure. That's a way you can have someone lose. But Lesnar should only lose that way and none other way. None of this him getting beat up and losing. He should either lose by being caught slipping, not a finisher out of nowhere, or in a gimmicks match where he can actually get hit with a chair or whatever have you, or in a cage match, something like that. But he just should look unstoppable like he did tonight. John Cena stood no chance. He got beat up from bell ring to bell end. I mean, kudos to John Cena for taking the beating that he did tonight. The suplexes he took, the stiff punches to the face, I mean, John Cena deserves a round of applause for people, even though I know there's a lot of John Cena haters, and I mean, and I'm one of them. I'm not a big John Cena fan, but after tonight, you got to give that man some credit. He took some beating tonight, and he performed to the end, lost the title, and that shows you that beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania means, that's the main deal. And there's no way in hell John Cena should have beaten Brock Lesnar after Brock Lesnar just beats The Undertaker, the streak that nobody had, is never, well, I mean, there's people who came close, but my GIF, that's nobody's beaten. And Lesnar was able to do that. I mean, yeah, Lesnar could have came out there against The Undertaker and just dominated him, like he did tonight with John Cena. Sure, that would have made a lot of sense, being, Undertaker is old and whatever have you. But he gave it tonight to John Cena. Man, my lord, this was a straight up beatdown. And I mean, I don't know what they're gonna do next with Brock Lesnar. They could have him possibly face John Cena again at Night of Champions. Who's next? Like, in my eyes, who could you have go against Brock Lesnar in the future? Other than, Roman Reigns, yes, he's been rumored to be the next guy to face Lesnar at WrestleMania. That's what I'm trying to say. Who are you going to have facing him going up to WrestleMania? There's not very many guys you can go up against. And sure, you can have a heel go up against him and still be a heel at the end of the day. You can have maybe No, I Don't Want This, Randy Orton, or maybe you can have Cesaro or Rusev or something like that. But I don't know who you could put up. I mean, I don't see Rollins cashing in anytime soon, and I just that's my thing. This should be an interesting next couple of months to see where they go. And yes, you can hate on the WWE, or you can hate on Brock Lesnar all you want about him being a part-time guy, that he only goes, he only shows up half the year, or he won't even be on Raw very much because, he has so many dates he can only, perform on TV or whatever have you. But this guy is probably the most credible guy you can have as champion right now, other than maybe, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, the list goes on. This guy will draw money. This guy is the real deal. This guy looks unstoppable. I mean, there's not too many guys that are like a Brock Lesnar. And he makes the perfect sense to be the champion. You could believe it or not, you got to just take it in and just remember that this man beat The Undertaker. This man destroyed, a streak that has been there for so long. And then he goes in tonight and just straight up dominates John Cena. Just John Cena didn't stand a chance tonight. So, I mean, take it in as what you want. Brock Lesnar is not losing this title anytime soon. He's going to be your champion when you go to WrestleMania 31. If you're watching it at home or if you're going to the event, he will be your champion. If he's facing The Rock, if he's facing Roman Reigns, if he's facing goddamn Hulk Hogan, he will be your WWE champion at WrestleMania 31, in my eyes. I'm not sure what happened to Dave. Maybe he lost connection or hit a hard spot at his house where he can't get connecting. If he's not back in the next 3 minutes, I'm probably going to end the show and we'll be back tomorrow night for our Monday Night Raw review. But all in all, I thought SummerSlam was a pass. I thought some of the storytelling tonight was really good, especially with their Ambrose and Rollins. That match was really good. They were given a tough spot being a lumberjack match, and they made it a really, really good match. The Rusev match was, I thought, a lot of people I saw on Twitter was not really giving Rusev and this Swagger match really credit. I thought this match was good. I thought the selling was good. I mean, Rusev sold his ankle injury all throughout the match. Even when he had him in the Rusev Crush, he was crying in pain. I mean, that's really good in my eyes. But Bray Wyatt, Jericho, I think that was another disappointment. The match at Battleground wasn't really good, and this one was better, but not not that much better. Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, you could say the same thing. Kind of a slow match, kind of picked up at the end of the match. The Paige, AJ Lee match was really good. Paige ends up, winning the new title or winning the title back. Ziggler wins. So, I mean, if you're part of the IWC community, you are high on life tonight because you got your favorites winning. Ziggler, Lesnar, well, Cena losing, I should say. What else can I say? The IWC should be very happy tonight. Roman Reigns and Rollins and Ambrose delivered. I mean, yeah, there was no... Both guys couldn't win, so the IWC couldn't be 100% happy. But, I mean, Rollins ends up picking up the win, so you got to assume that the feud continues. Stephanie McMahon outperformed herself tonight, even though she kind of didn't sell very much. She did pretty good in the ring. Nikki Bella turns. Not really looking forward to a Nikki Bella Brie feud, but it's something new. And we have a new world champion that just beat the shit out of John Cena. I mean, I can't remember the last time John Cena was absolutely destroyed on a main event, top 4 pay-per-view of the year. That says something for you guys. That's your WWE champion, Brock Lesnar. I guess we lost Dave for the night. Probably had some technical issues. He says, send me an invite. I'm going to send him another invite, even though I sent him one. I'll send him another one. If you can't join in the next 3 minutes, like I said, I'll just end the video. Is there any comments or questions you guys would like to say before we do wrap up this video if Dave cannot connect? Favorite matches, matches of the night. Just leave comments down below and let us know what you thought were the matches of the night or the best parts of the night you thought were. I mean, we got You Still Got a chant for Stephanie McMahon. This Is Awesome chants in the Rollins and Ambrose match. I mean, all in all, it was a pretty good night of wrestling. I mean, you can't really complain too much unless you really want to nitpick. I mean, you could do that. I don't know where Dave is. I sent him another invite. Let's see here. Sorry for the delay, folks. Give them a couple of more minutes, and then we'll end this show. The match of the night, in my eyes, yes, you could say Brock Lesnar should probably be the match of the night the way it happened, but I think the match of the night was Rollins and Ambrose. What a shocker, right? Thought that match was really good. Like I said, they made the best out of what gimmick they had. Yeah, that was about it. Anybody in the people watching would like to leave and give us their match of the night? That would be awesome. Trying to hurry up and get Dave connected, so I don't just keep here and looking at myself looking like an asshole. Let's see. Not sure why he can't connect. Trying to see why he can't connect. Is Dave gonna show up? It doesn't look like Dave will be showing up. I don't think he can connect for some reason. We got 2 viewers now. But yeah, Brock Lesnar pretty much destroys John Cena. They didn't even make it look like a match. Ambrose Rollins match of the night, to me, in my opinion. Bray Wyatt, Jericho could have delivered, but they didn't, to me. Let's see. I'm just going to tell looks like we got a comment. Let's see. But we will be back again Monday night with a Monday Night Raw review. It's probably going to be I would think, a must-watch Raw tomorrow night, where we get the conclusion of the Nikki Bella, Brie Bella fiasco, and then also the new stuff involving. I did invite you, Dave. I'm not sure why I won't let you join. Maybe because I ejected you. I don't know if that's why, because I couldn't hear you, so I ejected you. But I'll just wrap up this video. Dave will give his thoughts tomorrow night of the main event. On what happened. I guess I messed up when I ejected him now he can't accept the invite. So that's my bad, Dave. We will make it up to you for tomorrow night, where you can give your thoughts on what happened tomorrow night on tonight's SummerSlam. Nonetheless, I'm going to end the video now. We'll be back tomorrow night with a Monday Night Raw review, and then Thursday night with another TNA Impact, and then Sunday with another WTS episode number 7. Appreciate everybody watching tonight. Brock Lesnar destroys John Cena. Everybody rejoice. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow night.